I'm all right. Hell no. Joaquin said dominate, and we not doing it.
Steer from the 3. Streaks across the 30. He might be gone.
It's up. Gaston to the right. Oh,
they got blockers. They got blockers. They've got a lane.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Darrell Langham with the grab.
Stars intercepted. Look out. Trajan Bandy, the true freshman. We got the truth again.
Because when the U is on and the U brings it, there's nothing like it. We got to get this. And it's going to take everybody.
All right, Canes fans, welcome back to another episode of the Miami Reds podcast. Well, boys, we're back in the win column. Another slow start for your Canes, but a strong finish and outscoring the Syracuse Orange. They're no longer the Orange men, right? They're just the Orange. We just call them the Orange now.
Yep.
31-3 in the middle 2 quarters of that game to ultimately pull away and get a 38-10 victory. Mario Cristobal versus Fran Brown.
The rival,
it
nasty
like
rivalry.
On the sideline.
Oh yeah, chirping at each other.
But listen, I think style points or not, whether this game was comfortable from start to finish or not, it was another weekend of carnage in the college football world. The ACC enigma of a season continues with the top 3 teams in the conference all falling this week. And so the Canes ultimately move up to number 16 in the AP poll. College football playoff poll is TBD. That will be Tuesday night. But trending in the right direction, right? And I think keeping our head above water. But guys, how do we feel this week?
I mean, listen, it's November 10th when we're listening to this. Fall is in the air. It's stout season. It's mustache season. We got crisp in the air. We've got the leaves. Thanksgiving, the holidays are on the way. Vibes are good. Amazing what one weekend of good football can do to overall vibes. And then, like you said, the ACC took care of business for us the rest of the night. Truly could not have asked for a better football weekend. I mean, yeah, Vanderbilt could have lost. Indiana losing maybe would have helped. I don't know. But the carnage in the ACC ahead of us, that happened, and Miami took care of business. So 38-10, and that last score was in garbage time. I feel good. I'm definitely, I think, was more optimistic than most going into this game, and we were able to do what we needed to do against the Orange men, as we like to say. So I feel good.
Yeah, I feel good too. I mean, winning, always is a good thing, and it cures a previous week's loss pretty quickly. And on this podcast, we're not going to be, those people that just dwell on past mistakes of the Canes. You just got to move forward. I mean, you look all over the country, and you see these teams in super close games, and the ball's rolling their way. And you look at
super close games against bad teams,
right?
Jimmy.
You look at Vanderbilt, who people are already saying playoff lock at 10-2, against a bad Auburn team, and the ball rolls their way in moments that matter. Sorry, Kurt.
Auburn's horrendous.
The most best one-score losses I've ever seen.
Yeah. Best losses in the country.
Yeah.
Though.
Mm-hmm. And that means something. So, So it feels good to win, and simply all we can do is keep winning. And so I feel good about this team's chances moving forward. That Pitt game at the end of the season definitely looks like it's going to be what we were probably scared of at the beginning of the season, but we can't look ahead too much. Like Joe says, we're part of the team here. And so we just got to look forward to old NC State. That's not going to be a cakewalk either. So
no.
I still believe, even outside of the all-state playoff predictor, that magically during the game goes from 25 to 8%. And they're like, and their logic was, because it was an ACC team that had won. It was like, because this team won, Miami's chances moved down to 8%. It's like, you guys make this. Like,
it's all made up.
Yeah, it's all made up. And it's just propaganda. It's like, oh, well, that says it, so Miami must not have a chance. So all we can do is control our own destiny, winning games.
During
ESPN's entire data center is,
dude, it's bad. It's genuinely bad.
Start over, rebuild.
Auburn is in the FPI top 25.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, how about this? Even better. Miami coming off of a loss was number 12. Guess where we are this week coming off of a win? We fell one spot to 13.
Yeah.
So again, the narrative of like I guess you have to find a quality loss. You go to SMU, you lose. Oh, that's impressive.
We should have lost to Notre Dame.
Yeah. I mean,
no, them losing to us is more beneficial than us to them than us beating them.
Yeah.
For us.
Yeah, for us.
Yeah.
Like it's helping them out more that they lost to a good team than that we beat a good team.
Yeah, it's like, because that's what you hear. For the excuse for Notre Dame, it's like, well, first game of the season on the road with a quarterback in his first start. I mean, what a great loss! They lost by 3. I mean, they might have got pounded. They might have almost never had a chance to win that game.
Yeah, I know.
Miami
they keep
was
saying
leading
they
the
lost by
entire
3.
game.
It's like we dominated them. Yeah. And during that whole sequence of all the ESPN percentages to make the playoffs, they cut to commercial. One of the commercials is it's like I think it's for the playoffs or something. It entirely features Texas. It's a Texas Longhorn commercial.
They are going to do everything in their power. I mean, EJ Manuel on College Football Final today was saying that there's a chance a 9-3 Texas team,
3-loss, yes,
makes the playoff. Yeah. This Texas team should have lost to Kentucky, and definitely should have lost to Mississippi State, and like miracle wins that they found out, but they lost to a bad Florida team. I know we're already getting into it, but I'm just so tired because they are like I feel like the propaganda has gotten worse and worse every single year. Like they are pitching a 6 SEC team playoff.
Mm-hmm. It does. It just feels like it feels like to me like the narrative thing that people say like, oh, you can just ignore it. I think it has more of an impact on
100%.
people's psyche than they realize, because even when it comes to just Miami on our own, I think the entire narrative of like the fact that like we're frauds and like, oh, it's November, so that means Miami can't win in November. It's like Kirk Herbstreit was on College Game Day pitching USC and Michigan. Yeah. I mean, like we've become, it's like we're just sitting outside on the bench, with no shot at getting into the restaurant. And it's like, I don't understand what happened. If you look when I was looking through, going through, getting ready for the show and looking through what the rest of the season's going to look like, it's like a 3-point loss to Louisville and an overtime loss to SMU.
Right. Like, how are they holding these losses so heavily against us?
God, did we lose to Central Michigan? I mean, Notre Dame lost to Northern Illinois last year.
Yeah.
No one cared. Ohio State lost to Michigan. Take the name away from it.
Last
Michigan
game of the
was
season.
terrible.
Yeah.
They were awful. They were a 6-win team, or 7-5. Yeah. They were a bad team.
No, I mean after
Texas lost to Florida.
Yeah, bad Florida team. They have looked so inept this year. They criticize our offense. Have you watched Texas's offense? It's horrific.
It's like
outside the top 50.
Oh, they lost by 7 at Ohio State. It was the most anemic. That was the most pathetic game. 14-7. They couldn't move the ball. It's like we had this whole Arch Manning talk. For 2 months, he was getting slammed that he was horrible.
Yeah.
He hasn't gotten much better. They've just squeaked out a couple wins.
Yeah.
And no one is anyone saying that anymore? Is anyone talking about Arch Manning anymore?
No, I mean,
talking about them being in the playoff now. What happened?
The narrative is real because you even look at what happened last night with Louisville and what happened with Virginia, and people then automatically, like, the first thing people are saying is ACC is 100% a one-bid league now. And then they look at Vanderbilt, they're like, oh, Vanderbilt squeak out a win against Auburn. That looks like a playoff contender right there. And so the narrative is so opposite, and it's just Manny Diaz didn't help us out against old UConn, but I don't know. It's just tough, especially like you said, Kurt. Our 2 losses are 1-possession games. One's an overtime game, and it's
where
just,
if you watch the game, you can clearly see that we shot ourselves in the foot.
yeah, especially if you look at the
And we were
SMU
the
game,
better
you can
team.
see how it was literally stolen out of our hands at a certain point.
Yeah.
But they won't watch it, and that's the sick thing. When they put us at 18 and they put Notre Dame at 10, that unfortunately told me everything I needed to see. Like, we need so much chaos, and like I said, all we can do is win.
Yep, we got some of it. We got some of the chaos, and we'll see on Tuesday what those rankings show. Hopefully at least 15. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Texas is going to take care of itself because they still play UGA and they still play
Although
Texas
a
A&M.
three-loss Texas team is in, according to old
That's
DJ
true.
Manuel,
I forgot about that.
who should be promoting the ACC.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Luckily, guys, as you said, we have a long way to go. This is the final third of the season is on deck, and it's all going to shake itself out. Listen, the conversation and the turmoil, the controversy surely is not going to end, but it's going to be a fun close to the season here, and the Canes are moving in the right direction, and the ACC itself, it's going to be interesting to see. I think when we've done this to ourselves before, where we felt dead in the water and like we ruined our season, it's felt like everything, if we could have like a glimmer of hope, everything that we needed to happen didn't even have a chance of happening. And I think this year, I don't know, maybe I'm being too optimistic, but it already feels to me like the tide might be turning to where we might be positioning ourselves to actually find our way in Charlotte and still have a chance at this thing. I think there really
There is
is.
a path. My God,
Right?
is there a path?
I can't believe that we're even still discussing Charlotte. I understand that there's still and I know what you're saying, Kurt. I just can't believe that it's still, one, a possibility given, what we were staring at last week. But two, it's just even crazier that our odds for probably the college football playoff are better than Charlotte.
Which is crazy, and what we've talked about on this show is that it's insane that the ACC doesn't have divisions anymore with the size of this conference. Like, okay, 2 losses I can see, but if you're one of these 1-loss teams that are tied in like a 5-way tie on top of the ACC with 1 loss, you should be furious. It's ridiculous that you are even in this situation where you have all these ties at the top, no one playing each other. I mean, you have to go when the division is this big, or when the conference is big, you have to go back to divisions.
5 1-loss teams in the ACC. I'm looking at the standings right now. I mean,
part of me thinks, don't you guys think, like, if when it comes down to tiebreakers, I actually think the strength of schedule or non-conference opponent thing should factor in to a conference championship tiebreaker.
I do too. I don't even know what the tiebreaker is.
I thought it
absolutely
does.
affects. I thought it was what? Where does it?
I thought it's the
starts?
higher ranked of the 2.
Common opponent percentage.
Oh, is it?
I think it starts with
That makes
common
sense.
opponents.
I think you're right.
Gotcha.
But I mean, I look like the wins. This schedule has to count for something.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate as we look down the road. I think it's unfortunate the South Carolina home and home thing got canceled. But Miami, we were positioning ourselves year after year. I mean, we were lining it up to get a test in.
But I mean, what does that South Carolina game even do for us? No one even talks, like when they parade the SEC, they don't even talk about what we did against Florida. They just don't. That game was like it never even happened. And the other game that's still extremely silent is It's comical when you see these projections for the college football playoff, And you look at the teams, you're like, wait a second, Miami has beaten 2 of the teams on this now that USF is back in the picture. And not only do we beat them, but we absolutely handled them. Mm-hmm. It's maddening. Maddening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So got a little bit off our chest there. We're gonna
just you get so much propaganda over on a Saturday. You just need to get it out.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, listen, looking forward to the rest of the show. We're gonna have Aftermath Report coming up here. Listen, a little bit of we're quick on our feet here on the pod, so I actually don't know who's gonna take it, but after the Aftermath Report, we're gonna get into Storm Awards. We'll do NC State prep and Eye of the Hurricane for that game. We will get into our lock of the week, and just another early night for me. And we'll finish it up with a little game prediction and best of X. Like I said, I don't know who has the Aftermath Report tonight. So
Joe is gracious enough to take it. Yeah, don't put me on the spot.
All right, I will take it.
Improv.
Mind you, I wrote this 10 minutes before we clicked record here. I'm coming off of just had closing night of a play I was in, and we had the after party at nowhere else but Margaritaville Times Square.
Wow.
So that's where my headspace is coming into this show.
Nightcap at Olive Garden after that?
Yeah. I've hit every single Times Square big chain restaurant now except for Red Lobster. So
honestly, that's good. It's a rite of passage type thing.
I got to do that at the end by the end of
all
the
you
year.
Can eat shrimp maybe there.
Yep. And we'll be good to go. So far, I think Bubba Gump's takes the cake. Bubba Gump's Times Square, what a fantastic time. You get a draft beer, they give you a souvenir glass to go with it. It's a good time there. All right, so I got the Aftermath Report. Okay. Yep, here we go. We take you down to Hard Rock Stadium where the announced attendance was 60,000. If we were announcing nonsense, I would like to announce that I am 150 pounds with little to no body fat. The first quarter came and went, and Shannon Dawson's Creek was calling plays like he wanted to get canceled prior to his 4th season. Fran Brown and Mario Cristobal got into it on the field, but Mario stayed far away since Fran Brown said, and quote, "Losers don't earn showers." That means he hasn't showered since September 20th and smells worse than my crotch after a long Saturday in Section 343. Finally, Miami said, "Let's throw up a prayer," and who else answered but baby Jesus, who threw a dime across the field to Carson Beck, who had a smile so big he's not beating those Sid from Ice Age comparison allegations. The only person who was more confused by the jersey color combos than me was Syracuse quarterback Ricky Collins, who threw a dot straight to Keontae Scott toilet paper, who wiped the first half woes clean to put Miami up 14-0 at the half. Trip Woody Woodpecker would give the Cuse something to feel and put 3 points on the board, but Keelan Marion told JoJo Trader, "This is how you catch the football," and split the Cuse D like I split the check when I order a way more expensive meal than the other person. Mario hates Fran Brown more than Fran Brown loves himself, so the Canes wouldn't be done scoring yet as Gerard and, as Jimmy says, the Juice Pringle would open a can of chips, nope, a can of whoop-ass, and run the ball outside? What? For the touchdown. Ricky Collins said, "You think I've been bad tonight? Watch this," as he threw a pick that hit the ground, but the ACC refs also hate Fran Brown, so it would set up a touchdown that would make waterboarding look humane, as Mario looked Fran Brown dead in the eye and said, "You have no offensive line. Mine are also wide receivers," as Maui Noah channeled his inner Moana and said, "Oh, how far I'll go," for 6 as he rumbled his way in for a touchdown. Q scores late on Miami's 3rd string as Fran Brown was too worried about Mario Cristobal killing him at the midfield handshake. Miami wins 38-10 and keep their college football playoff hopes alive.
That's beautiful, especially on 10 minutes notice.
10 minutes, that's all I had.
No, that's
I could have done more. But.
I'm so glad you brought in the stadium announced attendance. They just got to stop. They just got to stop announcing it.
Just like
I heard it was bad, but
yeah.
60,000? Oh, man.
That's a near sellout.
No, there was maybe 30.
Yeah, that's what it looked like on the TV.
Yeah.
But hey, those 30 were loud.
No,
You know? Gotta give
and
it to
and
Miami
thank you to
fans.
all
They
the
always
Canes
do.
fans that came out. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I don't think it ever truly affects the players. They always seem to be hype and they interact with the crowd.
They get it.
The
players get it.
They understand. Like, all right, yeah, we dropped the ball the past few weeks, but yeah, 60,000. I'm like,
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that.
that tweet, like whoever's running the social media and tweets that just has to know, like, just immediately mute notifications once you tweet that one out.
That's good, Joe. That was good.
Thank you.
All right, let's. We're gonna move into our Storm awards here. We'll start with our Hurricane of the game. I'm gonna start with you, Jimmy.
All right.
What do you got?
I'm looking at he's kind of since we didn't really get into proper Storm awards last week because we were in the steam room. I'm gonna carry over a little bit from last week, but I'm gonna give it to Marion. He has looked super sharp. He's stepped up big time with Daniels being out. And after, actually I don't want to take it from him, but Upshaw with his good play, that sparked the offense a little bit. And then Marion came in and had, I think it was his first touchdown of the year, actually, which is hard to believe because he's been impactful, but maybe just hasn't found the end zone. So yeah, Keelan Marion.
Keelan Marion. Yep.
I like it. Yeah,
Joe?
Keelan Marion has been very special for us. I think we knew coming into the season he was going to be a big part of our kick return special teams. I don't think we knew how big of a part he'd be on the actual wide receiver core, but he's been awesome. Yeah, it's a good one.
I think that's funny actually. I don't know if the ESPN guys, if they just trade notes, or I guess we've had Mark Jones once or twice. But every time our first kickoff return of the game, it's always, and back to receive the kick is Keelan Marion, one of the most dangerous returners in the country last year for BYU.
Yeah.
It's like, I just
Every
think it's
time,
funny.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he was good, but like he hasn't really done anything in the return game for us. And
No.
they
He
say
actually had that
every
crazy
week.
one against SMU that he caught that I don't want to talk about, but
yeah.
Yeah, it's been mostly low lights.
Keelan Marion.
I'm going to go with Mr. Akeem Mesidor as my Hurricane of the game. Akeem Mesidor, I mean, him and the Bane combo, it's been well documented this season just how good those guys are. But Akeem Mesidor has been so consistent. Oh, I'm going to miss them dearly next season. But I feel like Mesidor's just been so consistent. I mean, his stats in this game, the whole defensive line just ate this. I mean, it was, how many sacks total we have?
7.
7?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Akeem Mesidor, he had 4 total tackles, 3.5 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks, bunch of pressures there. Yeah, 5 quarterback pressures, didn't miss a single tackle. I mean, he was just everywhere all game, and he's battled a little bit of injury the last few weeks, so it was nice to see him back and producing at a high level. Akeem Mesidor, Hurricane of the Week.
Love it.
I love it. I love it a lot. Yep.
I like it a lot.
I'm going with, I think at this point it's easy to say that Keontae Scott is one of the best safeties in the country.
Yeah.
And
Thorpe Award.
I think he's going to be in the thick of the Thorpe Award, if not I mean, obviously, listen, we got 4 games left, but if not in the thick of it, and potentially taking that, we got 3 games left, but ultimately winning that award, he's just been unbelievable. I mean, I can't say that I really disagree. I think the Auburn fans, he wasn't really this guy at Auburn. And
it's got to be. I was thinking about that. It's got to be frustrating for them. Like we've seen this with Canes players before. It's like, what was that when you played for us?
I know it was one of those things where it was like, oh, Keontae Scott's going to be a big part of your defense. Like, wow. But he's been, from the first game of the season, he has been absolutely awesome. I mean, to me, this is what I expected last year from Mish Powell, and we never really consistently got it from him. but an athletic guy who can play in the box. He doesn't miss tackles. He runs. He just hunts the ball.
Yeah.
And
His
love the way
closing
this guy
speed.
plays. Closing speed. Yeah. He's added a couple interceptions now on the season. So really happy with Keontae Scott. I think he's been awesome.
Yeah, absolute ball hawk.
Yeah.
Our safeties
got a
have
few
like
of
some
those
of the
on-
most
yeah.
sacks on the team.
Dude,
Yeah.
the safety blitzes have been huge this season. They time it so well, and they actually make the tackles. Like, how often have we seen where we blitz a safety, he whiffs, quarterback gets out, makes a big play downfield? Yep.
All right. Tropical storm of the game. Jimmy,
Yeah.
circling back.
Yeah.
And remember, Tropical Storm's still a good one, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yep.
Just
Yeah.
honorable mention.
It's like
Right.
it moves you, you know.
Right. You got to
It makes you-
prepare.
It
Yep.
makes you look out the window and go, "Oh,
Right.
I'm gonna
All
stay in the
going
wide
on.
receiver
Yeah.
room today. I've already kind of brought him up a little bit, but making the most of your opportunity is Dalen Upshaw. 1 reception, 41 yards, absolutely electrified the offense. Needed it. We were dead in the water. I think I think I was right. Tony maybe got banged up right before that play or around that play. And Dalen Upshaw comes in and makes a play. And that all of a sudden you started seeing true freshmen getting more involved after that play. Pringle was then in, and then Joshua Moore was getting more touches. The freshmen really, created the spark in the offense that we needed. But yeah, Dalen Upshaw was the beginning of that. So made the most of his opportunities, made some guys miss. Super promising. So that's my Tropical
agree.
Storm.
I agree with you. I think that one play was extremely impactful on the rest of the game, but certainly leading into halftime, we had nothing going.
Yeah.
And that was the spark. Hit that one touch. I mean, it's as impactful of a 1 for 41 performance as you can get.
Yeah.
And it was really cool to see. I get this receiving core is just incredibly talented and incredibly deep. And I can't remember which one of you it was that brought it up, but kind of thinking that on that possession, that was a true freshman drive.
Yeah.
And I think, one of you guys mentioned Mario was sending a message, and I completely agree. In the heat of the moment, we all thought of it like, I think, because it was like a mass substitution of young guys, almost like we were winning by 40 points, but it was like the Boo Birds were coming out. So that was massive, but I agree. That was a huge play.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Mario, going into halftime when they interviewed him, he kind of called out JoJo Trader. He didn't say his name, but he said, we had some bad drops. This is stemming from last week, mentioning JoJo Trader's drops against SMU. It's very refreshing to have a coach now. I specifically think about Al Golden. Remember when Al Golden came in as the head coach, and in spring practice, he was like, I really like what Ja'Cory Harris is doing. And we're like, oh no. And our coaching staffs for a long time now have been obsessed with seniors and the older guys and what they're doing. And this coaching staff is just trying to play the best players. And now we've seen with guys like JoJo Trader that aren't getting the playing time. We see why, because he's making a lot of mistakes. He's not running routes properly. He's having some drops. I'm not totally done with JoJo Trader. I definitely texted that during the game, heat of the moment. I still think JoJo Trader can be a great wide receiver, but there's a reason. And I think JoJo Trader actually has a pretty good mentality about it all. Later in the game, he was celebrating. He's not pouting. He's not. I do think he's got the right mentality about it. But yeah, to see Upshaw make that play and to see the speed and running that kind of tunnel screen with a guy that actually can run and not just some tight end. Like sometimes our tunnel screen personnel hasn't made sense to me. It was just very refreshing to see Mario Cristobal and Shannon Dawson be like, we need a spark. Our guys aren't making plays. Let's see what the freshmen can do. And I've just been so impressed with these guys. I mean, between Malachi Toney, Upshaw, we mentioned Josh Moore, like these guys are making big time plays as freshmen. It's great to see. Great to see. It's a good one. Good one. I'm going to go, and this is kind of cheating, so sorry, Kurt, if I take yours, because I'm going the entire offensive line, 3 parts specifically here. You got Francis Maui-Noa, obviously, with the touchdown catch. He improved his draft stock. Touchdown run, yes. So he didn't have to report as eligible, right? Because it was a backwards pass.
Because it was a backwards pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Correct.
So he had that. He had a great game. He improved his draft stock. He's just been awesome. Markel Bell had a big game. Some nice blocks in the run game. Opened up some things for Pringle. He's had a great season.
You don't really hear his name all that often, which is good.
Yeah. And then 0 pre-snap penalties. And we want to, we want to get on the coaching staff. We want to talk about the penalties. It got cleaned up this week. Offensive line. They bared up and got it done. So that was good to see. Kurt, we doing dishes back there? What's going on? Huh? We're in a kitchen?
Don't worry about it. The noise cancellation gets rid of it. You're good.
Okay. That's what Thank you, Jimmy.
Yeah,
because listen, far be it from me to sit here and
Can you imagine?
and get on my wife for doing the dishes.
I'm doing something important over here.
Stop doing the dishes and put
the baby to bed.
Yeah.
Offensive line, tropical storm of the week.
Oh man, my tropical storm of the week is Gerard Pringle. I've got to tell you,
RB1.
We don't have a running. I shouldn't say that. Mark Fletcher is our best running back, and I still think Marty Brown is our second best running back. But to me, the guy in the mix should be Pringle. He has been so much better than Jordan Lyle this season. He hits the hole hard. He runs hard. It's almost like he's like a young guy who's like he has like that green mentality where like he's running like he doesn't care about anything. He's just running towards grass every time he touches the ball.
Yeah.
And I was really impressed with him again in this game. Does he have 4 touchdowns on the season now? At least 3 or 4 touchdowns on the year now. So really cool, but yet another freshman who is coming in and making an impact. And I think Mario doesn't just even when it is a blowout, he doesn't just throw guys a bone. He's very intentional about that, about guys competing, like Joe was saying, guys competing on the green tree, that old school mentality, how it was, back in the day. And so I think Pringle, he's earning more touches, and I think he's earning the trust of the coaches.
Definitely.
And I would like to see more and more of him because, to me, if anything, I like Marty Brown a lot. This guy, he's got something. He brings something. We've got to have a thunder and lightning kind of thing.
The juice.
And, Fletcher and Brown are like thunder and thunder. So it's nice it's when he gets in the game and gets in the mix, it does something to the team for sure.
Yeah, that's his 4th touchdown of the year, and his most touches of the season was in that game. So
he earned them all.
Yeah,
he earned them all.
Yeah, that's you hit on it because our pass protection is best in the country. Offensive line pass protection is the best. The run blocking is a lot. There's a lot to be desired there. Is that the saying? A lot to be desired. A lot left to be desired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A lot.
Jimmy,
a lot left to be desired. I'm horrible.
Yeah, whatever. I was gonna say you always mess up sayings and phrases. But what I was getting at is that the way that Pringle runs is very complimentary to this offensive line, where it's not as clear as to what the hole is, what the read is, and this guy's just finding the green grass and going. He's making a lot out of a little, so it's been very refreshing to see. Lyle has not been that. Jordan Lyle has not been that.
Quick honorable mention, it goes along with Joe's, but Brockenmeyer. Didn't seem like he had any huge mistakes this game, snap-wise, so we limited the penalties. and then he had that huge block and that
Big
Upshaw
block.
run.
Big
Yeah.
block.
Yep. Showed some grit there. So we've been hard on him. So
Hey, they
it was
responded.
Good to see. Yeah.
I mean, going from
All right, boys.
however off many penalties, pre-snap penalties we had to 0, that's impressive.
I think we should mention, maybe we will, but the penalties, I was pleased. Nothing after the whistle. I don't think anything pre-snap. We had 2 holding penalties, I think. But
a horrible
that
roughing the passer.
That was our best. Oh, well.
Yeah. Tapped him on the head.
Yeah.
Hopefully you didn't bet the spread on the Canes. Hopefully you didn't say they would cover.
Yeah.
Lost it on the hook. Tough.
Yeah. All right. Last but not least, tropical depression. Who let you down this week?
Joe already kind of brought up both of mine. So I'll actually not do either of those if you guys want to talk about him. But I'm gonna say once again, I think he's actually been mine. I think he was mine last week. Was Elijah Lofton? It's just been super disappointing. Even he had 1 catch for 10 yards, and even in that catch, like he catches it, not in stride, looked like almost surprised that he caught it and didn't, I don't know, show any vision of the field. And then he had a bad holding call this game. It's just not what you would hope from tight end production. And some of that does come with play calling. Like, we don't really call a lot of plays for the tight ends, but when his number has been called, it just hasn't. It's been a drop off, and maybe as Canes fans we're spoiled with tight end play, but we were just so high on this guy coming in this season. It's just been disappointing again.
No, he's been bad. Yeah. I completely agree. I had him. I've got a list of a couple guys, and I actually wrote in my notes. I'm like, I'm pretty sure we have a big tight end recruit committed, and I hope. And then I looked it up, and Israel Briggs is actually the number 73 player in the country. And he's a tight end, and he's committed for next season. So, I agree. I think the tight end it's such a game breaker position that we've utilized well at the U for a really long time.
Yeah,
and he's been super disappointing. I think he's been absolutely pathetic, to be honest. Like I don't know what happened. His drop against SMU was major. Ultimately cost us the football game, and he doesn't do much for us in blocking, and it's on. He's too talented for that, but he's been bad.
Joseph.
Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do the one that I already mentioned, JoJo Trader. I just think, like, I mean, talking about Lofton with the drop, it's crucial. The drops are bad, and couple that with just clearly running wrong routes and miscommunication and not going after some balls. Like, you just can't have it. And again, the guy, there's the talent. We've seen the flashes of talent, but these, especially in that first half, there were some third downs that the way that Miami's offense works is on these 3rd and 4s. Like, we have to convert those, and the plays were there, and it was the right throw, the right read, everything, and it was just dropped, or it was something, and it was on JoJo. And so I think, like, you just can't have it. And it's to the point where when we see Upshaw kind of flash like he did, I can just see a lot of players getting playing time over JoJo Trader at this point. But I don't know. Yeah. It's like you want the guy to be great, and he can be, but gosh, you just see the bad plays.
Yeah, I mean, Joe, you said that you weren't done with him, but I think I'm done. I think I've seen all I needed to see the past 2 weeks, knowing that it was Mario specifically said about him, and Shannon Dawson said about him, that he needed to step up, and he was going to get opportunities, and he needed to take advantage of them, and he's done the complete opposite. He's dropped easy passes. Even on that first drive, I was upset with him. Yeah, maybe it's not the best throw by Carson, but he doesn't, like, stretch for the ball at all, doesn't leap or try and get after. He just, the effort looks low, the attention to detail looks low, and it's super disappointing because, skill-wise, outside of maybe Tony, he should be our most talented guy. But it's just not. There's just something. I think he's lacking some like that like that next degree of like caring that you need to have at this level to be the best. Like talent got him so far, but is he putting in the work behind the scenes? And clearly not. Like you said, Joe, we've learned over the years to trust Mario Cristobal's depth chart. He's truly never let us down with it. Like there's never been a player that just like comes out all of a sudden like, oh wait, why weren't we playing this guy? Like it's actually never happened. That happened all the time with like Manny, and it happened all the time with Al Golden. But with Mario, there's never like every time they come out, I'm like, oh yep, all right, that's why we weren't bringing out Emery when TVD was throwing a ton of picks and stuff like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree. I even thought on the Carson Beck interception that got overturned because of the penalty, it was like he turned around coming out of the hold, and he just pretty much quit on the play. I mean, he took himself out of the play as the ball went like whizzing by his head. It's like if he came out of that break looking to catch the ball, it actually could have been a big play.
100%.
Yeah.
We would have declined the penalty.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think I will give guys more chance. If he had an attitude like Jacoby George and he ended up producing, and I will remember him with fondness, but I will also remember him for his attitude.
Yeah.
And if JoJo Trader had an attitude like him, I would say cut bait, good riddance. Yeah. But again, the tweet from last week that in fairness, I took it differently than you guys did, but I took it as a positive. And then Joe pointed out he was in the mix. He was celebrating with the team. Yeah. He's out on the field with the guys late in the game.
Yeah, he's still on the field,
a brutal
still
performance. So I'll give a guy another chance because Jimmy even said, like the talent is obviously there.
Yeah, we saw it against Iowa State.
Yeah, and we saw it in the first half up until the bobbled interception in the SMU game. He flashed in that game too. And he's certainly a formidable guy. I mean, he looks good, but at this point I think to me I don't see Josh Moore is the one he's got all of those tools, but he's faster and he has better hands. So I would like to see Josh Moore.
Yeah.
But, Joe,
or what's your depression?
Oh yeah, we're on to me.
Yeah,
I'll throw mine in. It's I'm gonna be sort of repeating myself here, again, so it'll be nice and short and sweet. But Jordan Lyle to me is, unfortunately, it's tough to. I don't know what's going on, but he's not providing anything out of the backfield.
No vision,
I think
it's hesitation.
He doesn't. It's Pringle. It runs to the green space. And Lyle's like he's trying to get there, but all he's doing is moving laterally. So he bounces the play out until he's at the sideline, and then it's like he's out of real estate. So he tries to get upfield.
Goes down easily.
He does. He's not breaking tackles. And I think to my eye, he looks bigger this year than last year.
He does.
100% bigger. Yeah, he filled out.
I don't know.
It's just, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna like make my final decision on him until next year, because it could be like how Bain was last year, where he just wasn't right, and we kept putting him in position, and we're like, oh, what's wrong? Like, what's not there? Maybe that injury set him back, and he hasn't gotten completely back, but it has not looked good. Not what we expected out of him.
Yeah. Like I said, I think Gerard Pringle should be RB3, and he should be getting 5 to 8 touches a game. And if Lyle's not right, I guess he did have the injury earlier this season. So I'm with you. It's probably something I will give him the benefit of the doubt. It's probably something along those lines. He just can't shake it this year. But
one more addition I have, just minor, but whatever the heck, like Carson Beck's attitude in the first half, like I mean, and
body language is bad.
Body language was really, really bad, and it wasn't bothering me in the beginning because I'm like, all right, maybe he's just like frustrated at play, but then he like persisted, and the offense isn't moving, and so I'm thinking this guy's checked out. I'm like, Carson Beck is completely checked out of the season. He made his money. The season, is on the ropes if there's any chance for the playoff to begin with. But then he gets that touchdown pass to him, and he's like smiling, like Joe said, he's grinning. I mean, he's like the team's cheering with him. Like I was worried he kind of lost the team because you never really see him interact with players on the sideline. Every now and then you will, like when they're watching the iPad together, but you just never see him chatting it up that much. But then you saw it after that, so I don't know. It's like something clicked like that. That's why I'm thankful for that. That trick play is, I think it woke the team up, made it fun again for them. Like this offense, to no one's fault but Dawson's, is just sometimes excruciating and brutal to watch, and it's probably not fun to be a part of. It feels like, I forget who said this, but like it feels like a covert operation on offense, and it's like that. It shouldn't be how. Like let these guys play football. Like let them have fun. This is how it should be.
Yeah, I mean that the pass back to Beck, it was insane the way that the sideline changed and just energy was up and people were smiling and Beck was laughing.
He was
laughing. It woke the whole
laid
team
it up into the
yeah.
So
I was like, wait,
what in the
literally
world?
30 seconds before this, everyone looked like they were almost in tears. I was almost in tears at home, and it was just like all of a sudden. I mean, I will give Dawson credit for this. When he calls a trick play, it works every time. I think it's just because our offense is so methodical and stuff, but that guy can draw up a trick play with the best of them. I watched so many games. I mean, watching Florida State Clemson, the amount of reverses and
every play's a trick play for FSU.
None of them worked. It was chaos. And when Miami does it, defenses are completely fooled. So it's nice to see that Dawson has those in his playbook. I think if we're kind of moving on from awards, I will say I was very happy with Dawson in the fact that, yes, we were trying the normal thing in that first half and it just wasn't working. And then he noticed that we were able to just throw the ball on Syracuse, and it was a lot of that. And like he adjusted very well and called some great plays and opened up the offense. I just think the adjustments were phenomenal. And because I was done. I was done in that first half with Dawson. I wanted him fired. And now, I don't know. Yeah. He won me back for another week.
Well, he just has to do everything he can to put Carson in a rhythm. Like, when Carson Beck is in a rhythm, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
We were running tempo.
Yeah, you got to, exactly. A little bit of tempo and,
some outside runs.
It's okay if it's
screens.
a 5-yard pass. Like, get him, seeing completions. Like, it can't be, run, and then give him a tough third down situation. And so you saw him in a rhythm. Oh, yeah.
Great. I mean, where's that? We haven't seen that in a month. A dart up the middle.
Yeah. Just seeing him make a read and stick with it. I mean, he started doing that, like patting the ball.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I just can't figure out in this offense. I mean, obviously, like, it's not like we're not around the team, and I would just want to ask these guys questions, like, how much of the offense, like, what is Shannon Dawson instructing Carson Beck to do? What is his power at the line of scrimmage? And, is his lack of confidence, is it frustration? Does he get the yips? Like, does he walk the line of, like, after his first bad pass that's almost intercepted? Is it like he does have demons?
Literally the first pass almost got intercepted.
Oh, I know.
Bad at the line.
Yeah, it tipped in the air. I thought the guy did catch it because it was a weird camera angle.
Yeah, he had Tony wide open, though.
He did, yeah. But it's just like he becomes uncertain, and like that uncertainty is just be decisive,
Yeah.
And I just wonder what happens, like, because he was decisive against some of the best teams in the country, some of the best teams that we've played. I mean,
well, he
wasn't
decisive against
afraid to make
Louisville,
those throws.
and that was the last time we saw it for reasons of Louisville.
I do know.
mean, listen, you throw 4 picks, like whatever, just keep going.
Yeah.
Well, and that's
after
what
2.
we talked about going into this week, is that we're at the point now where I get after Louisville to go conservative and you don't trust Beck as much. We can't afford to do that now, and it is like you got to just let him rip and see what happens. I will say the difference between Beck and Ward from last year, Cam Ward changed so many plays at the line of scrimmage, and he had the freedom to do so, and that was his thing. Beck is not that quarterback, but what Beck does and what a few experts have talked about is that Beck is okay with aggressive calls. If you give him the aggressive play call, he will run it and he won't shy away from it. So I do think this is on Dawson. I do think Dawson has kind of reeled Beck in and hasn't trusted him as much, and then it's kind of caused Beck to kind of lose some of his confidence. And we saw a shift in this game, and I do think we need to continue to see that shift of Dawson being like, we have to have you be great and make these throws. If you go out there and throw picks, it is what it is. That's the end of the season, but at least we tried. We can't afford to just sit back, try to run the football, because we just, for whatever reason, we can't run effectively this season to what we need, what we want to be able to do. So you just got to let Beck get aggressive and make those throws like he did to Marion. And like, honestly, that first play to Tony was going to be a touchdown. That wasn't tipped. So
Yeah.
Hope to see more aggressiveness, and if Beck throws some picks, we just got to live with it because that's what we got this season. Yeah. I know Jimmy's got to leave early, so I'm going to get into just a quick. We'll roll into our game preview here, and Jimmy, I'll let you go and just give me your thoughts, how you're feeling this week about NC State, and if you need to duck out of here, we'll press on.
I'll hang on for a few more minutes, but when I
real
think
quick,
about
Jimmy, before you go though, is that I will
Yeah.
say we're going to be interviewing with NC State College Huddle podcast later
nice.
this week, so we'll be doing a little in-depth deep dive interviewing. I'm blanking on the name of their podcast, but yeah, interview the NC State podcast.
hopefully they
coming
don't
up
listen to
later
this
week.
episode.
Yeah, my bad, guys.
Man, when the one thing that I think about this game, I think it's on a lot of Canes fans' minds, is CJ Bailey, just with his history, former teammate of JoJo Trader, which CJ Bailey are we going to see come out? He's shown like signs of brilliance this year, signs of maybe being the quarterback, the reason we didn't recruit him, and showing signs of that. So, history has been pretty consistent for Miami in this regard, and I anticipate seeing the second coming of Lamar Jackson this Saturday. If we can just rein CJ Bailey in, it's a high-powered offense. I mean, they score a good amount of points. I mean, I think they dropped 48 on Georgia Tech when they won that game. So they have the ability to score points. Luckily, I like our defense and I like our chances there. So yeah, this is the game we drop in the realm of not being able to have a 10-2 season. I think I'm not saying I think we drop it, but like historically, this is the one where it's like we're kind of looking ahead right now because we got Pitt on the horizon. We got away at Virginia Tech. Like we got like these more bigger name matchups, but NC State at home, like we just need to handle this.
Yep.
Style points.
Hurricane.
Oof. Either Hurricane. I'm gonna go Pringle. Now that we've been talking about him, I think he's been that spark in the backfield that we have been missing outside of Fletcher. Fletcher's given it to us later in the games, but it feels like Pringle has that opportunity to give us that spark early in the game and then make Carson Beck's life a little bit easier. Which once we get in that rhythm, if this offense gets like one gain of like 15 yards, it's a completely different offense. It immediately wakes up and it like immediately gets in a rhythm, but it's almost just like it's those drives when it's like, all right, we get it, it's 3rd and 1, we get the 3rd and 1, then we get another 3rd and 1, we might get that, and then it's like we got like 5 first down conversions and we're maybe in field goal range. And so yeah, so if Pringle can make Beck's life a little bit easier, open up the field a little bit, and I like our chances. I mean, it's time for style points, like I said. We are not getting any of the benefits of the doubt, so everyone else is the one.
Do you think this offense, do you think the way that this offense is being called is capable of doing enough in the style points category, to get the committee's attention here, other than like a bunch of other teams continuing to lose?
Right. Yeah. I think they are. I mean, you look at Syracuse, the Syracuse game, and then look at the Stanford game. You had 2 first halves where it's like didn't do anything, then all of a sudden just blow up in the second half and start scoring a ton of points. So I think that Miami has it in them. It's just like it needs to come a half sooner, in my opinion. I mean, it's okay if it comes in the second half and then you just see the score at the end.
Yeah.
But everyone's got a way of watching Miami. It's like, you look at these scores around the country, and every single analyst and commentator that I heard speak about this game was like, well, Miami struggled a little bit in the beginning, but then pulled away. But it's like, so everyone has their eye on us. We're not getting the benefit of the doubt, just like, oh, we just checked the score at the end of it and what happened.
Like Ohio State was up 3-0 against Purdue at the end of the first quarter. I mean, Purdue was up 3-0 against Ohio State.
That's what I think people watch Miami and they watch Miami and go, oh, they're struggling, and then they turn on a different game.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so it's just like, we won, but they don't care.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Penn State was down 3 to Ohio State at half.
Penn State
2 weeks ago.
Won.
Yeah.
Penn State blew it.
So I think that, to your point, that's what we're ultimately going to get to and talk about here is like, are we going to play a complete game? Right. Yeah. Like, I mean, at some point, what's the recipe in these conference games when you're talking about, so my eye of the hurricane is CJ Bailey, and ultimately it's making him uncomfortable because NC State, they throw for a high completion percentage, one of the highest completion percentages in the country. And I think this could look similar to the Louisville game, in my opinion. I think I don't know, you guys might be surprised by how I'm feeling about this week's game. I think if I'm looking for, I'm looking at a Miami team who needs to put their foot in the ground and to stand up, but it's more than that. It's more than just the players, and that's, I think we talked about it last week, is like really putting in transferring ownership to the coaching staff, and are they putting these guys in positions to succeed? Because the defense, their life, they've had the juice all season long. And I think it's ultimately up to Shannon Dawson. There's not many coaches in the country, especially at big time schools, or in the top 25, where the scripted drive is like the worst drive of the game. And we're kind of getting to that point where it's like, what does Shannon Dawson do? It's like the first drive of the game is like, he's like feeling out, like, can we just roll on this team? And it's like, this is Division I football, man. Like, you can have a great offensive line, but it doesn't mean that you can just roll out there and say, go block the guy across from you. We're just going to run it down the field. Yep. It just like, it doesn't work that way. And I 100% agree. Like, when we get a big gain, what it does to it's almost like the offense is, everyone's shocked and they're so excited that we had a big play that everything starts churning and we let it go. And, but that's up to the coaches to get us into those positions. And I just think that Dave Doran is a good coach. He's got big wins under his belt. They've got a dynamic quarterback who can complete a lot of passes. And what happens when we start to go, oh, here we go, and NC State's picking up third downs, and they're doing the little things, little passes, dink and dunk, and then 3rd and 8, and the quarterback runs it outside the tack. He scrambles for a first down. This is a team that it's been an up and down season, but they've scored a lot of points. 48, 34, 56, 33, 34, 35. This is a team that has, we can't, I don't think we can afford to have a lull in the first half again. I think we've got to score some points in the first quarter of this game, and that's what I'm going to have my eye on.
Yeah. Yep, it's well said. I think you even see it in the NFL with some of these scripted drives. It's like there's a lot of just wrinkle plays and trying to get guys out in space and get your playmakers the ball, and we're not seeing that with Shannon Dawson until much later in the game. And like you said, if we go up against a good offense and our defense can't get the 3 and out and can't keep us in it in that first half, then it's a Louisville scenario where now you're down 14-0 and trying to claw your way back in the game. There's just and we also talked about the way that this offense works and how much clock they work and how many plays are involved on these drives, that if you're not getting points off of these drives, all you're doing is taking half a quarter off the clock with 0 points to show for it, and that's how you get upset. That's how teams that aren't as good as you upset you. Their goal is to shrink the game. That's how you get a win against a superior opponent, and that's what we're seeing against teams playing us. So, yeah, my eye of the hurricane, I think every week has been Carson Beck. I think it continues to be Carson Beck, and we just need, because we're going to have to score points, and it's going to have to be through the air. We've seen the game plan from these teams of taking away a running game. For whatever reason, our offensive line, the rush blocking is just not where it needs to be. So we are going to have to throw the ball downfield, and they're taking away Tony. Teams are now taking away Malachi Tony, so these other receivers have to step up, and Carson Beck's going to have to make the throws. And if he throws a pick or two, it is what it is at this point, but we got to take the handcuffs off and just go. So need Shannon. I really liked what I saw out of Shannon Dawson in kind of the later part of this game, and I hope it continues. We've got the receivers to be able to beat some of these teams out in space, and so we just got to do it. We got to go.
Yep.
The Hurricane, Carson Beck.
Yeah. You guys, Jimmy, nervous about this game?
I'm nervous about every game now.
I'm very nervous about this
I was
game.
nervous about Syracuse. I said
Okay.
30-24 before that game. I was frankly feeling like I was unfortunately accurate when I was watching the first half, and then obviously we pull away. It didn't occur to me how horrible Syracuse's offense was. I was unaware.
You didn't listen to my show? You didn't listen to my
I did. I watched that,
show?
but that was after my prediction, and then it was tough to watch. So.
Mm-hmm.
And CJ, this is going to be a much different offense. NC State's got their issues. They're 4-4 on the season, but CJ Bailey is a playmaker.
Yeah. Early turnover would certainly help.
Yeah, and he's turnover prone.
No penalties. He is turnover prone, and the no penalties, the tightening up the penalties has to continue, and I wouldn't mind continuing to see some of these, see the coaching staff push some of these freshmen to get onto the field to keep the fire lit under some of the seniors, particularly on the offense. But to me, this comes down to coaching, and I think we've now covered it at length. It's time for us to see something different from Shannon Dawson. That's the thing about the start of it's fine to adjust, but at some point, if we're not starting off in the right making the right decisions and putting guys in the right places. It's like, what are we learning during the week? What is Shannon Dawson learning in the film room? And how is he putting these guys in positions to succeed? And then I feel like we've got to talk about the injuries, and it's tough to formulate any sort of opinion. And we haven't talked about the injuries leading into the games as much as the listeners might like, or maybe even that we might like. And it's the college rules and the way it's set up. It's just impossible. Like, our guys are still all listed as like undisclosed. I don't even know what's actually wrong with them. I have no idea who's coming back. I don't know if CJ Daniels is coming back. I don't know if Mark Fletcher's coming back.
Yeah.
They could be. If I didn't see Mark Fletcher in street clothes, I thought he would. He was.
We would watch a guy's leg pop off at midfield, and Mario Cristobal would be like, he got banged up. It's going to be, it might be a few weeks for him.
I don't know if you guys ever. I don't know if you ever.
His career is over.
I don't know if you ever check the fantasy app and you see like whenever a guy gets injured, like it's always immediately like probable return is the next week. Like even after Jaden Daniels like broken arm, it said probable return. Or dislocated elbow. It's like probable return was next week. Yeah. And that could it's like Mario's running that account because you just you're like, yeah, they could be back.
Listen, far be it from me to criticize these guys. And shout out to Joe Zagacki. He got the what's the thing that we do with the boy.
We should know.
I forgot what it's called.
But we don't. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll chalk that up. Listen, congrats to Joe Zagacki.
It's a homecoming thing.
Congrats.
Yeah. That smile on his face, because he's been bullied by Mario for so long now, and he's put up with so much.
That's
and
what
that
I was
Mario
getting
Cristobal
at.
show gets more and more awkward every single week. But hey, he got his jacket.
That's where I was going. Is at what point do you just sit across, do it with a smile, and be like, "Can you give me something?" Yeah. Like it's like, can you make it a little more interesting? I can't make it a point to watch the show every week. It's like I already know exactly what Mario's going to say.
Oh boy, do they!
I know that they're going to chuckle at it.
Yeah,
and they're not going to press him.
Kudos to Joe for getting a little bit of controversy on the timeline this week with the Mario saying that SMU had just as much talent. Poor Joe's sitting there just thinking it's going to be a softball. Like SMU's like we're obviously more talented than SMU. Mario clap back at. Joe can't win. Mario hates Joe Zagacki
they didn't
so
press
much.
him on it at all. They just let him roll. That was why it gained traction, because they just let him roll on.
And then Joe Zagacki looks over to Don Bailey Jr. like just hoping for some sort of backup, but Don Bailey wants to kiss Mario on the lips every single time. So he's like, yeah, what's up with this Joe Zagacki guy? Like Don Bailey's teaming up on him.
Well, Joe, to your Jersey comment earlier about the Jersey combinations being too close, there's some Miami reporter, someone tweeted at him, and he was like, we need to ask Mario, like, what was the decision behind wearing the orange and white today when those are Syracuse's colors? And he goes, I would love for that to be my first question that I ask Mario Cristobal is about his jerseys and see how that goes over.
I know. Could you imagine Mario 2 weeks ago when he walked into the locker room and saw the salute to military uniform hanging up?
Oh my gosh!
He said, "What?
No,
this is what we're wearing."
I honestly can't. I think it's sad. The green on white. Maybe this is like controversial. That is my favorite uniform. That's my favorite uniform.
It makes no sense.
It was
Why
a
we
layup.
Wear that?
I mean, it was an absolute layup to wear that one. I like green on green too. I like
that again.
I like all the green combinations, but
yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
It's like against SMU. That's when you wear the orange pants, and we're like, because they're blue and red. It's like, nope, we're gonna roll out green for them.
Reminds the Sunday Night Football game's doing that tonight. The Steelers are playing the Chargers. The Chargers have 20 different uniforms. Why are they wearing yellow pants?
The yellow.
You know the Steelers are going to wear yellow pants.
Yeah, the navy ones are nice though.
Yeah, those are cool. All right. You know what? Let's since we're on the subject and we've danced around the hole here the whole time. let's just get into the game prediction. Let's get our final score going here. We'll do lock of the week after, but prediction wise, where are we going to go here? Jimmy, I'll start with you.
So 14.5 spread.
These are big numbers Vegas
big
gives
numbers.
us. I'm sick of it.
Anytime
Vegas likes us, man.
these double-digit spreads make me very nervous. 55.5 is the over/under. So, yeah. It's hard. It's hard for me to say that this offense is going to score points because of what we've seen. And every week we can hope for something different. So I'm expecting... I'm going to go 30-20, your Canes. We do not cover, but we win, and that's all you can hope for. I don't know. I don't think style points...
No,
style points are great, but winning is better, and they're going to score, I think, 20 points. Like, they score points, and it's going to be a matter of can we score. What offense is going to come out, so 30-24. Or 30-20, sorry.
30-20. Joe?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think 2 weeks ago it's against SMU, they couldn't run the ball at all, and they threw pretty decent. I feel like it's going to be a very similar game to SMU. I kind of look at NC State in a similar vein. I view SMU, so I think it's going to feel a lot like that. I'm going to go... Yeah, yikes. I'm going to go 35-27 Canes. But I'm with you. I just want to get to 10-2. Style points is a plus. I can't even ask for that at this point. Just get me a win.
I dare you to keep Miami out at 10-2 with a win over Notre Dame because we heard the logic.
They will. They'll do it.
The only reason we weren't the head-to-head wasn't taken into consideration is because we weren't within 3 spots of Notre Dame. This is some new foreign logic I've never heard about. But the more we win, the closer we get within that coveted 3 rankings from Notre Dame, and then maybe no, because they'll find a way. They'll be like, I will keep bumping them up a little bit. We'll keep them 4 spots away. Now that we've shown our hand there, I've just never heard of that.
I'm going to save my thought of that after Kirk gives his prediction.
It's a preposterous stance to take. I'm not. To me, I'm with you guys.
No.
I look at this. This is the exact. NC State does one thing well. They defend the run. Even remote, I'm talking like inside of the top 100. The only thing they do remotely decent on defense is defend the run. That was Louisville. That was SMU. And again, I want to be clear. This is not and call me dumb, I'm naive. This is not an indictment on Mario Cristobal. It's not an indictment on this roster. It's certainly not an indictment. The defense has been fantastic, and I wish the offense could hold up their end of the bargain. This is an indictment on Shannon Dawson. This to me is I'm calling it the Shannon Dawson game. Okay. Are we going to scheme it up? What's the plan going to be? Are we going to pivot? Are we going to be hard-headed? Are we going to run into the middle of the line like we did against SMU? But
the world is in your hands.
And I'm hoping. I certainly take a lot of stock into it. Listen, Las Vegas isn't in the business of losing money, and when they set lines week after week that make you go, Miami. They like Miami that much. There's a lot to like about this team. There really is a lot to like about this team, but I don't have the confidence in Shannon Dawson for me to be able to. I'm really nervous about this game, and I think we're going to have to play a clean game. That means turnovers and penalties, and I think the ball's going to have to bounce our way, and I think we're going to squeak one out here. If not, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to just pick 24-23 Canes, but I'm looking at an experienced coach who's got big wins under his belt, a dual threat quarterback,
I can't have that.
and a defense.
I'm gonna be taking Christmas card photos.
If we're not
God.
24,
So I need a
games.
comfortable win so that I'm not.
I don't feel good about this game, and it's a shame because it's not an again. It's really not an indictment of.
Yeah, no, I hear
defense. This defense is fantastic. I can't see us scoring 40 points.
I know.
You know, so
and it's not like they're 4-4, but it's not a bad NC State team. I mean they beat a Georgia Tech team that has is a well coached,
they've had
like solid team. That's what one loss Georgia Tech team. So not a bad team.
So Jimmy,
they beat Virginia, didn't they?
Yeah, they beat Virginia early in the year, and it was
in the
non-ACC
ACC game. Yeah.
So Jimmy, you're gonna be taking Christmas photos. Kurt, you gonna be at the game?
I can't go to this one again.
Okay.
Can't go. Yeah.
Joe will be there.
Be there.
We have member this weekend, so I don't even know. It's going to be a struggle for me to watch this game. Actually, have it on my phone.
I will be holding it down.
Yeah.
Yep. I got you. Real quick on that Notre Dame piece that they said that they cannot. Oh my gosh, they cannot compare Miami and Notre Dame because they only compare teams that are within 3 spots in the rankings, and that's
like who makes that decision.
You guys decide that. They're like, "Yep, our hands are tied. Sorry,
nothing we can do about it.
Nothing we can do." It's like you decided to put Notre Dame at 10 and Miami at 18, but regardless, it's the most insane thing I've ever heard. Well, if I can at home can sit here and compare Miami and Notre Dame, why can't you multi-millionaires in that room deciding who's going to make a playoff where there is everything on the line and you can't compare that because they're not within 3 ranking spots? Yeah. I truly hope whoever made that report was wrong. I mean, it was on ESPN. ESPN made the report.
Pull that out. I don't think you just say that out of nowhere.
But I've never heard it. It's insane.
Like, I get it if we have 2 more losses. I get it if we have 1 more loss than Notre Dame. But we have the same record. And to have us and played. And to have us 8 spots behind them, it's just the losses are better. Have better losses. Literally don't. We should never. I mean, we're probably going to take care of itself that we have 9 conference games every season, but never schedule those games anymore. They literally do nothing for you. They do.
Well, we're at Notre Dame next year, late in the year, November game.
Yeah, that's
in South Bend.
It'll count enough then.
That'll be huge. Yeah, winner takes all.
All right, I can hang on for 5 more minutes if we want to do Lock of the Week.
Okay. Yep. So
hour 18.
We'll move on to Lock of the Week here. Boy, yeah, it was another just absolute shellacking for my Lock of the Week, and I did text the guys. I feel like it's to the point where I have to defend myself a little bit. My numbers this season. I had Wake Forest money line. This week, my only loss, I went 5-1, and freaking Florida loses by 30 to Kentucky, and they deserved it. I watched half of that game.
Lagway benched.
He was pathetic. He was absolutely pathetic. I feel dumb for everything I've ever said about Florida. They sucked, and they got murdered by a pathetic Kentucky team.
Need them this week against Ole Miss.
Wow.
Yeah, would be nice.
Gosh.
Would be nice.
I'm just going to stay away from them this week.
We also need Bama this week.
Yeah. Jimmy has won 3 in a row now.
More a bit of a run.
Yeah. So I'll just and Joe won last week as well. Listen, closing line value, CLV is what they say, right? This one closed. I think it closed LSU plus 9.5.
Yep.
And Alabama wins 20-9. What a horrible game that was.
Dude, horrible.
Gosh,
I mean,
the
LSU was down.
stinks. It's just
LSU was down 6 with the ball back in the fourth quarter and then fumbled.
Yeah.
Like, Bama looked bad.
Watch SEC
Not a good
football on the
LSU
weekends.
team.
It's
Yeah.
no LSU stinks.
Have you actually watched these SEC games? There is a lot of
It's bad.
bad football.
No, Bama,
It's bad.
Bama is not as good as everyone says. Obviously, we know that because they got absolutely steamrolled by FSU. But it's like they'll look at the name on this, and be like, well, they beat LSU. LSU's
Auburn
a horrible
fires
team.
their offensive head coach, scores the most points they have all season. Interim coach is the defensive coach who's been really good. Defense gets steamrolled. It's like
On college
But
football
top to bottom,
final,
this conference.
Joey Gallo goes Bama with a really big win against LSU.
the bias people
At
don't
home
realize.
against a team that just fired their coach.
They hear Alabama LSU and they think
it's just
they
big
think
rival
big game. It's a big game.
It's like,
Mind
no, this is
you-
Bama at home against a bad LSU team who just fired their coach.
Mind you,
Their interim
Vanderbilt,
coach
who's
used to
ranked
coach at Morehead State.
Vanderbilt, who's ranked 2 spots ahead of us, it will likely be ranked
Dude,
ahead
we
of us
better
again.
be ranked ahead of Vanderbilt.
We will not. We will not. They
Yeah, I
look
think
at that
so,
Auburn
yeah.
win. It's called a gutsy win, and their best win on the season is LSU. Maybe Missouri.
Yeah, that's.
Like
Did you see Missouri this
no,
week?
they're all,
Missouri got
it's
boat raced.
They got housed by Texas A&M.
Texas
Oh,
A&M should
man.
be. I mean, that's another thing. If ESPN's going by analytics only, or not ESPN, if the college football playoff they're all about analytics, technically Texas A&M should be number 1 team in the country. None of it makes sense.
I do agree with that. I agree with that. So, all right, Jimmy, we'll start with you. Who you got this week? Lock of the week.
I'm looking at Georgia versus Texas. Georgia is favored by 6.5. Georgia looked pretty good against. I mean, Mississippi State is not a good team, and they just but when the media talks about Mississippi State, it's still like, oh, they played a lot of teams close. They're not a good team. And UGA. They've been hot and cold this year. They've been a little bit like Bama, where it's like they've had some close ones. They've squeaked some wins out. But Texas is just not a good team. I have no faith in Texas, and it would be nice to give them a loss, give them that coveted third loss so that they can make the playoff later in the year. So I'm going to go UGA, 6.5.
Like it.
we need
Joe?
that too. That would
We
be
do.
nice.
We do.
That would be nice.
I'm gonna go another game we need.
I
if
think
we're
we all
talking about-
picked games we
if we're talking about the insanity in the ACC. But I've got Clemson plus 3.5 at Louisville. We all know what just happened with Louisville. Really bad loss. I mean, for all intents and purposes, they're done. They're back at home again. Guys, this is a Friday night game. Home teams on Friday nights lose. Clemson coming off if you're FSU, you're sitting here being like, this is the worst Clemson team in 15 years, and we just lost by 2 touchdowns, and it wasn't even that close.
and Norvell still has a job.
I think I saw a stat that was Clemson's first Power 4 home win in 14 months.
I believe it. They've been really bad at home, which makes me feel even more
Meet at the
comfortable them
paw.
on the road on this. And yeah, I just think I do think Clemson's actually the better team here. I got Clemson plus 3.5.
Revenge game
win
for them, too.
outright. Yeah.
We'll be tuned in on Friday night. I think
Oh,
we'll be
yeah.
tuned in on Friday night. I am, as Jimmy said, honestly, I'm rolling with Pitt this week, hosting Notre Dame, 11.5. Listen, I don't think Pittsburgh is, I don't know that they're going to win this game necessarily, but this is a Notre Dame team that I think time over time in the Marcus Freeman era, it has a tendency to play down to their opponents, and I think Pitt is solid. I think Pat Narduzzi he's good about getting his team up for 1 or 2 big games a year and playing the upset, playing the bracket buster now, I guess, if you will. And Pitt does one thing very well at an elite level, and that's stop the run. So I think Notre Dame is going to struggle a little bit here. and 11.5. I think it's already moved to 10.5, but it's double digits is a lot of points. And I promise I'm not. I mean, listen, we talked earlier. Like I think the best case scenario for Miami is Notre Dame squeaks by Pittsburgh, and then we go up to Pittsburgh and win convincingly. But I promise this has nothing to do with that. I think Pittsburgh is gonna cover the spread here.
Noon kickoff too there in South Bend.
Yeah. Yep.
No,
Little
in Pittsburgh.
No, at Heinz or
Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not
sorry,
Heinz
this is
Field.
that pit.
It's not Heinz Field anymore, is it?
Is it not? What is it?
It's something weird, something that has no aura. Just
That's
it'll
a
be Heinz
bad home
forever.
field. That's a bad home field Pitt's got there.
Acrisure Stadium.
Acrisure.
And yeah,
Yeah.
at least they get a little better treatment than old Temple, who Temple keeps the Philadelphia Eagles logo at midfield.
That's true.
And then
Just
you got
a middle
USF,
finger.
where there's just a pirate ship.
Pirate ship. Yeah.
Not that they can do anything
The
about
pirate
that, but
ship's tough.
But USF is building an on-campus stadium. So
yeah,
they got-
good for
they got
them.
that.
Yeah.
They can go 3-9
right.
potentially, like UF is about to do.
Hey, listen, all that matters, if you have an on-campus stadium, you can big-time people, even if, you lose by a combined 63-20 in a 2-year span. So, all right, we're gonna move into our last segment here. Do best of X and close up here. Yeah, guys, best of X this week.
I can start us off. I had it's Patrick Mahomes is a quote that he had. He said, "Dante Moore might be my favorite QB to watch in college," and someone quote tweeted it, and it's Dylan Raiola watching us, and it's from The Incredibles where the kid,
That's
Mr.
good.
Incredible's like no longer is here, and he tears down the poster.
That's
And
funny.
it was good. But that's got to be tough for Dylan Raiola. I mean, you literally are copying Patrick Mahomes, and you are not the favorite quarterback.
Mine is, it's just from Big Cat. He tweeted during the Penn State Indiana game, and it just says, "I think Gus Johnson just died." If you heard that broadcast
that
call,
was tough.
he just, I mean, the guy is ridiculous. I love his call so much, and his voice completely cracked and lost. And I think he might have died in the booth. So when I saw that, and then my runner-up was Rohan Marley tweeting "ball game," and it was just the screenshot of Mario Cristobal shaking Fran Brown's hand, and just that little smirk from Mario looking him dead in the eye. I love that rivalry. I mean, I loved seeing that out of Mario Cristobal. A lot of people have been saying, "Oh, we don't
Mario
get
was
the same
chirping
fight from
across
him
the
that he
field.
used to have at Oregon and all that."
Mhm.
And no, the guy doesn't mess around, and he doesn't. Yeah, I mean, he hates Fran Brown, and so do I.
He wanted style points for this college football playoff, but he also wanted to hand it to Fran Brown for last year.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna go. This was too good. We talked about this in our group chat, but it was just too good to pass up. And it's at Still Groove with just I don't even know where this comes from. I don't know anything about this guy. Was he? I don't know if Jimmy was saying, was he a Miami fan? It's Alex
it's a Miami
Golesh is a
fan.
better
Yeah,
head
I
coach
sent
than
that.
Mario Cristobal.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
No,
Our
that
fan
guy's a
base
full-on Miami fan.
has put on an absolute disaster class on Twitter.
It's been tough.
And I hope it's one of those, like, obviously it goes without saying they don't speak for everyone and it's a small whatever, blah, blah, blah. I hope the players are not on Twitter. I hope they're not scrolling and seeing these idiots. I hope the coaches aren't. I hope the administrators aren't, because again, it's like the Shannon Dawson thing, that leave it up to Mario, but I don't want any of this influence to infiltrate into, like, I just think some of the hot seat stuff, it starts to,
Yeah.
people aren't honest about it, but it starts to build off of idiots on Twitter like that.
Yeah.
Don't give these guys any power. It's just stupid. There's a number of other ones. I thought about going the spicy route and throwing, a certain group of idiots under the bus in this too. I'm just sick. I'm just getting sick of enough. It's just enough.
There's no good.
There are little things we need to clean up,
Yeah.
and we're not a perfect team, but the way that this has started to go, and the negativity of I'll address this one specifically. Mario has absolutely plowed USF 2 years in a row now. It's a combined. The score is 90-30 or something on the field that we've settled against these guys in a home and home. It's just just stop. And it goes beyond it where it's again, it's do you really think Mario's calling the plays? Do you think in practice he's hey, Shannon, it's a little too up tempo. Let's tone it down, dial it back a notch. He's not doing that. He's letting him run his offense. So I'm going to hold the offensive coordinator accountable.
I'll say this too. There's some platforms and some podcasts and some things that have several thousand listeners at times, and you would think that they would use that time to boost Miami, to try to get the narrative, talk about how Miami should be in the playoff, how Miami is a top 12 team in the country, and they choose to do the complete opposite and tear Miami down.
Even when they don't watch the game.
Even when they don't watch the game. So, whatever. What are you going to do?
Or don't go to the games, but yeah.
It's not like they don't live down there.
Yeah.
We'd like to see some of that.
Yeah.
All right.
Mario in a ring with him. All right.
After all that, I don't feel good about this game.
Kurt says
all that
24-23.
Please, Shannon Dawson. Please.
24-23. My heart will not be able to take it. Come on.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Go Canes.
Go Canes.
And that stuff to you hearing that sound.